10th edition of the 1965 ride from Johannesburg to Queenstown is scheduled to start next week on the 7th of April. Athletes will ride 850 kilometers over 9 days, raising funds for education bursaries for children from underprivileged backgrounds. Joining me in studio to chat more about this is 1965 Ride founder Tony Frost, and we also do have via Zoom Siliziwe Mafika, who also will be riding along with him. Now, Tony, thank you so much for making the time, and thank you for being here. For our viewers at home who are not familiar with the ride, firstly, quickly just tell us what exactly is the 1965 ride and why 1965?
Yeah, thank you, Nicole, and it's great to be on ENCA again. Look, the 1965 ride was started by the matric class of Queen's College of 1965. So we're a bunch of old dudes. And we decided that we wanted to do something to uplift education in Queenstown. And we wanted to do it in a fairly public way. And so we decided that riding a bicycle from Johannesburg to Queenstown would be quite a public way of doing so. So we raise money for bursaries. And we're really proud of the fact that we've been able to award over 100 bursaries now in conjunction with our partners in Queenstown, the Queenstown Education Foundation, which is a group of 13 collaborating schools.
Talk to me a bit about the bursaries. Of course, you do raise funds for bursaries, as you did say. Is this specifically at Queenstown? I saw there was involvement also from when you initially started in 2011 with the girls as well.
Yeah. Look, initially, the idea was just to raise money for my old school, Queen's College. But in the second year, we realized that actually the need is much more than just for kids at Queen's College. And so now there are 13 schools that participate in this, and our bursaries go to any one of those schools. The schools nominate the bursars, and the Queenstown Education Foundation Bursary Committee scrutinizes the nominations and then submits them for payment.
So, Tony, just one sec. We do have Siliziwe here on Zoom as well. Now, I'm all about great causes, but this is cycling 9 days, which is insane. And Siliziwe, I hear this is the first time that you actually are doing this ride. Talk to me a bit about the preparation going into this.
Yeah, so it is my first time. Thanks for having me on the show, Nicole. It is my first time, but definitely looking forward to it. We've prepared a lot as a team. Probably started a few months ago, been through some really tough terrain around Johannesburg. I think we have a very solid plan in terms of preparation, riding, the gear, the nutrition that we will have. So really looking forward to it. We're very well prepared for it.
Talk to me also, Siliziwe, a bit about the impact that COVID-19 has had, because, I mean, last year you guys were supposed to have the 10th anniversary, which you couldn't because we had our extremely hard lockdown. So you're doing 10 and 11 now in 1 year. How would the preparation have been impacted, especially with COVID-19 restrictions that we're currently facing? Yeah,
so it was... It did have an impact that we did manage to have it last year. It is my first time this year. But, there's really with technology these days, you can actually ride at home. And we had a virtual ride in the last year. And I think the country probably May, June last year started to open up again. And you could see all cyclists in Gauteng actually get out there. And so really was a big impact from us riding. But for preparing for this one, it meant that you've got 2 years to prepare for the 850 kilometers plus ride this year. So I guess no excuses. We're ready to go out there and start pedaling.
So, Tony, perhaps I haven't prepared for 2 years, but maybe I do cycle.
Prepared to ride with us?
No, I'm not. I will tell you, our producer, Edwin Gaswe, has been trying to get me to cycle. I don't think I'm ready for 9 days as yet. If I am a regular cyclist at home, the 7th is around the corner. If I did want to register, do we still have time to accept new registrations as well?
No, I'm afraid not.
And where do we go?
No, look, we can't now. We book accommodation. We've got to arrange with the traffic authorities. We've told them how many cyclists are going to be riding. But there's certainly time to ride for next year. And we've already had people who've signed up for next year. So next year is coming. And the best way to find out the details is to go to our website, www.1965ride.co.za.
Now, even though I can't ride, we already mentioned that you, of course, do raise funds for all of these kids who really, really need it. So if I didn't want to cycle, or, as you say, we've reached our deadline in terms of registration, where do I go if I did want to contribute, but I didn't want to cycle, but I want to contribute to the good cause?
The best place to go is to the website, www.1965 ride.1965ride.co.za, but also our Facebook page, 1965 Ride, and there you'll find a QR code you can donate very easily via Quicket.
Can we follow the race virtually?
Absolutely.
Next week, where do we go?
We have
the 7th.
Same place, same places.
Same place.
We have a daily blog. Every day, one of the cyclists, including Siliziwe, will have to write a blog and talk about his experiences.
That's excellent. So, Siliziwe, we're going to be following your blog as you're resting in between of the grueling 9 days that you are going to be taking next week. We definitely are going to be following it.
Yeah, follow the blog, follow my Facebook account. I normally take everybody through the journey, through all of the scenery we'll be seeing around the country, through the trials, through the tribulations and the successes. So really feeling excited to take everybody through that.
Thank you so much. We definitely are looking forward to it. That was Tony Frost and Siliziwe Mafika chatting to us about the upcoming 1965 ride from Johannesburg to Queenstown, a whopping 850 kilometers.